Hey guys, you're watching This Week in Comics here at Cat's Corner and DJ's Universal. Before we get started, last week Cat had a really huge pick. I'm talking a long pick here.
How huge was it?
How huge was it? Batman the Damned #1, the A cover of all covers, is a $15 to $20 book right now on eBay. And Cat, could you maybe explain to us why this book is so hot? Just came out. Today's Friday, came out 2 days ago, and people are going nuts.
Because outside of, it's a beautiful book, and like I said, Lee Bermejo's work is extraordinary, especially.
So the size of the magazine,
especially in this one particular panel, it is. It's again, we get to see why Batman is the man, because again, it's hanging, and we know now why he kicks everybody's ass, because he's the man.
Okay,
he's the man.
And while the villainouses want a piece of him as well.
Catwoman needs a scratching post.
Now we know why Talia wanted his seed. There's
the length of the puns can go on.
Yeah. We go all day. You can pick up what we're laying down, but I personally,
it's not pipe.
But let's get to this week's picks. What do we got? I see DC
Doomsday Clock #7, bi-monthly book. And they're leading towards, again, probably a unification of storylines. I'd love for Jeff to be in charge of everything again. Blackest Night. I can go down the line with stories that he's done that are phenomenal and cohesive.
How about Marvel?
You have Amazing Spider-Man, which I thought with Nick Spencer taking over after the whole Hydra debacle with Secret Empire, which had potential, but they kind of like... They you could tell they were just like, okay, we need to get this shit done. And I don't know if it was driven by the fact that the studio deals were being played too. So
right.
Because again, a lot of their storytelling revolves around what their movie deals are.
Yeah.
But he's been good so far. I like that. You got 2 other Spider-Man books, Edge of Spider-Geddon, which again, #4 might have another first appearance. So you don't know.
It's looking like it's gonna be a Norman Osborn Spider-Man.
Right. Then you have...
Spoiler alert, Spider-Geddon #3, Uncle Ben gets saved by Spidey's blood. So he's now a Spidey Ben, or what? I don't know what the name they gave him.
Yeah. But then you got Spider-Geddon #0, which that's their cross. So, and again, watch out for another first appearance in that too. There's, again... But it's not just about first appearance, but they're good.
Yeah.
They're good reads. I was surprised how good they were. And then Venom First Host. So you got a bunch of Spider-Man related titles again, and Venom First Host has also been very surprising read. Going back,
this one looks good. I read the synopsis. It's I'm not a big Venom fan, but this one looks pretty cool. Like you got if you're not reading the book, you should check it out. I'm just gonna say that
it's a weekly book.
The first host is a Kree. It's a Venom symbiote with a Kree soldier. And
again, it goes back to Secret Wars back in the 80s.
Yeah.
The first Secret Wars, the ship that Peter Parker finds on that world, and the machine and where the Venom drops. You get to see where that ship came from.
Right.
It hasn't been touched for what, 80s, 90s, 10, 40
over
years.
30 years, almost 40 years.
Almost 4 years. So again, that's what Marvel does. Because of that cohesiveness of their universe, they can go back 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 years. And they'll make things work, without taking it to the extreme.
I'm not gonna say that was a shot at DC, but it kind of felt like a shot at DC.
You got Punisher #2. I love that, and I love Rosenberg, man. And I met him at WonderCon. Really cool, humble kid, man. I love what Marvel's doing, giving young guys, independent guys, shots at these books and bringing fresh blood into storytelling. He's not on this week, so that's why I didn't mention him. But again. And then you got Moon Knight by Seamus. That's to an end. Bemis, sorry. And again, that's been solid. Fucked up as hell, but man, it's been solid read.
And he is the bipolar lead singer of Say Anything.
So you got that. You got Old Man Hawkeye, Old Man Logan. 2 books that shouldn't be, but they are, and they're solid. Again, especially Old Man Hawkeye reads like a sequel to the original Old Man Logan storyline. So you're what don't you read? Infinity Wars. You got this little amalgam. So guys, remember amalgam from the 90s to where Marvel mixed with DC. Now you got amalgam within the Marvel universe, and there's some cooler things. Captain Strange, Iron Hammer, so
This new one is Iron Man and Thor together.
So so they're doing cool things. You have Peter Parker again. I missed another Spider-Man book. Peter Parker, number 310. Chip Zdarsky has been solid on this book. The last few issues with Sandman, I mean, oh my God, tear jerkers almost, because it was that solid storytelling.
And what about the X universe?
Well, I'm going down the line, but we got Marvel 2-in-1, Fantastic Four. So again, and then you're looking at the X books, which I left for last. You got Extermination, X-Men Blue, and X-Men Red. X-Men Gold ended last issue. X-Men Red, X-Men Blue ends this issue. So you're already seeing that, okay, we don't need Blue and Gold. Uncanny X-Men is next.
Right.
The big relaunch for the books and titles, for these characters. Everybody's pretty much back that needs to be back. Logan, and that Return of Wolverine was pretty solid. McNiven's artwork was just out of this world. I read that book a few times. I was like, man, there's panels where he reminds me of Barry Windsor Smith's artwork inside the Weapon X storyline from Marvel Comics Presents. And I wasn't the only one. A lot of my guys were looking, oh my shit, that looks like that, So again, quality work.
This week I got quite a few variants. Not as many picks as Cat, but I still got a few. This is a Dark Horse book, Stranger Things, the Netflix TV show. Midtown. A lot of people don't like store exclusives. The Midtown's got a beautiful Matina exclusive. It's what was the name of the monster?
I don't know. I didn't watch
the Gorgon.
The reason I didn't pick the book, I don't know anything about. I haven't seen the show.
Well, it's he needs to watch the show. But the Gorgon, whatever the name of the villain of the monster in the books is on the cover. Matina does it. It's beautiful. Then there's a photo cover. I always like these photo covers, especially because these kids are out doing autograph signings and stuff, and to get the kid to sign it, it's a perfect book. Those usually have legs. DC got Action Comics 1003. Not the biggest fan of the cover. But I picked it because it's got Batman and Superman on it. It's a Francis Manapul cover.
It's all right.
It's an all right cover. Not awesome, but when you put the two characters together, it's always a good thing to grab. Batgirl 27. Middleton's just killing it. Josh Middleton is it's awesome. She doesn't have her mask on. It's her kind of like jumping in the It's a full body too. It's a nice shot. Detective 989. Matina took the Batman crown last week, but this is still a pretty solid Mark Brooks cover for Detective, and it's another blueprint cover as well. I like it better because it's got the better profile, like the sideways thing. DC doesn't put out a lot of ratios. Variants, but this week they are with Heroes in Crisis. I think it's a 1 in 50 for the Mark Brooks, and then like a 1 in 100 or 1 in 75.
No, Matina I believe is 1 in 200.
1 in 200 Matina.
I believe.
It's a super nice cover.
Matina is something.
It's an awesome cover, but it's 1 in 200, so keep that in mind. If you can get it for under ratio, it's still going to cost you a pretty penny. But if you run into it and you want to drop that $100+, do it, because those are the books. Cat can tell you, 10 years down the line, they don't exist because not enough people ordered the books.
Yeah.
So if you find one,
especially nowadays.
Yeah. We'll talk about it in another video, but there's books out there that came out less than 10 years ago that are going for a couple $1,000, which is insane. And then finally, Wonder Woman 55, another Jenny Frison cover with the flaming swords. I don't know what's going on inside the book, but
the covers are nice.
Yeah, the covers are really nice. And the flaming, I don't know what the gimmick with the flaming swords is, so let me know in the comment section if you know. But I just think it looks cool. She does really beautiful art. As for Marvel this week, we got Spider-Geddon number 4, the Cully Hamner. He's been doing a lot of cool covers. Different.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. It's definitely it's
not for
different.
Everybody. So you can't compete. You can't compare him to, like, does it have legs? If that book has legs, it's because the inside and the first appearance, not necessarily him, but it's a good combination of all three things: him, story, and cover.
Absolutely.
That the character that definitely could have legs down the line.
And always remember, 99.999% of the time, the B variant, the second cover for books, is going to be ordered less than the A cover, so it's going to be a smaller print run, and small print runs are what we want. Century number 4, there's Vanessa Del Rey. I don't know her.
I don't know who she is. I was writing this out for you, and I'm like, what the hell? I saw the cover, and I was like, oh, this is a cool cover, but again, she's a newcomer.
Yeah.
So, maybe she's done stuff on the indie market. I don't know. But dude,
it's awesome.
She kills it on the cover.
Cosmic Ghost Rider cover as well. These I've liked just about every single one. There's been like 5 or 6 that I'm not really a fan of. This is the 3rd week in a row they're doing it, but this one's really nice. CGR versus Century. pick it up. Spider-Geddon number 0. There's an In-Hyuk Lee. We've talked about him in past episodes before. It's a Korean artist, a new guy.
He's been coming up
Just
and he's
killing
been
it.
Killing
It's
it
awesome
on those
cover.
covers.
Yeah, it's an amazing cover. Got all the different spider characters on it and the different variations. It's really nice. It's also a B variant, so it should be cover price.
It's open
order.
Yeah.
There you go. And then there's a 1 in 50 Tedesco cover. I'm a big fan of Tedesco, and it's a nice cover.
He's one of those. He does a lot of stuff for the Green Fairy Tales guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I was like. And I've seen his name. I was like, but I know he came from those Xenoscope brand with all the covers. I mean, he's got some experience, and I love his covers. I mean, they're nice. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Like a good 75-80% of his covers are really nice.
And they look painted. They look
he does. Yeah,
they're hand painted stuff. So they're really cool covers. But like I said, it's a 1 in 50, so it's going to be closer to the $50 range. If you can find it under ratio, pick it up because it's a nice cover. And who knows what's going to happen in that book? Might have legs. That's the book you want. Dr. Afra number 24. Everybody's favorite 10 minutes of screen time character, Boba Fett. The Rod Race portrait cover. He's been doing
these. And again, it's not an open. It's a qualifying variant. That means they have to dealers have to match numbers to be able to order. So who knows? Dr. Afra might not be
the most popular
book, but you should be able to find that. But again, it is like you said, Boba Fett.
Venom First Host number 5. Javier Garron.
Yeah.
I don't know him. Do you know him?
Oh, he's done a lot of. He's been doing the connecting covers for Marvel. A lot of for the last few months. He's all right.
Right. This is a cool. It's Venom, just the regular Venom you know and love on the cover, but he's like pulling his mask off and he's got the skull underneath. Really cool concept. I'm a big fan of the cover myself. And these books, something important's been happening in every single one of these books so far. And then finally, X-Men Red number 8 got a Jamal Campbell Cosmic Ghost Rider variant cover. Really cool colors, artwork. I mean, I like I said, I like most of these CGR covers, and this one's really an excellent one, especially in comparison to the other ones. But
not as crazy as week as this. Next week's not as crazy as this week, but still a lot of solid books, a lot of solid variants. So it should be fun.
I mean, it's last week was an expensive week. This week's probably going to be pretty expensive as well. So make sure you got your rent money and pick up your comics, Cat. Take it away.
Broken record, whatever. It is very important that you guys support your local comic book store, support print. Remember, we're all businessmen. We try our best to make sure that you guys get the best product in your hand. A lot of times it's not our fault. Distribution plays a big factor. Whatever it is, respect your guys. All the comic book guys work hard at delivering, picking up these books, sorting them out, and getting them to you guys. So support print, support your local comic book store, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you next week. Thanks for watching.